We are told that we should be kind and put other people's needs ahead of our own. But does anyone ever warn you that being too kind and caring can be dangerous? We live in a world where giving doesn't always bring balance. Many generous people see how their giving empties them, financially, emotionally, spiritually. Could being too kind even put your own life in danger? Today, I'll show you 8 bad things that can happen if you're too nice, and 4 Stoic strategies to make sure people don't take advantage of you. Before we begin, subscribe to the Stoic Guy right now so you never miss another lesson that protects your peace and strengthens your mind. 1. You will have too high hopes for people. The Stoics taught us to accept life as it is, not as we wish it to be. When you give too much, you silently expect others to give the same in return, but they rarely do. And when they don't, you're left with anger, fatigue, and disappointment. Marcus Aurelius would remind you, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. The truth is simple. People won't always meet your expectations, and that's not a betrayal. It's just life. The danger of being too kind is that you set yourself up for heartbreak again and again because your inner compass depends on someone else's response. Detachment, not expectation, is what keeps your peace of mind intact. 2. People will expect you to always give. Human beings adapt quickly. If you are always the giver, people grow comfortable taking. You create their comfort zone for them. And soon, they'll expect you to shoulder both your responsibilities and theirs. The Stoic principle of moderation teaches us that giving without limits isn't generosity. It's self-neglect disguised as virtue. When people know you'll always say yes, they stop valuing your yes. And when they stop valuing it, they stop valuing you. This is why the wisest move is sometimes a calm, unapologetic no. If this message resonates so far, make sure you subscribe to the Stoic Guy, because this channel exists to give you the wisdom most men will never hear. 3. Your goals will not be taken into account. When you always put others first, your own priorities get buried. You start running from yourself, filling your days with the lives of others, but ignoring your own path. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." If your self-care is missing, your relationships will suffer too. You cannot pour into others what you refuse to give yourself. If your dreams are ignored long enough, you begin to forget they even existed. And that's how good men lose their direction, not because they lacked ambition, but because they kept sacrificing it for everyone else's journey. 4. People will think you are weak and treat you that way. When you never set limits, people stop respecting you. You become the easy target, the one who will always say yes. But the first time you calmly say no, you gain a respect they never gave you before. Strength, in the Stoic sense, isn't loud. It's silent, firm, and unwavering. A weak man is stepped on. A strong man is tested, but eventually admired. Your silence, your boundaries, your calm refusal. These become the quiet signals that you are not here to be used, but to be respected. 5. You'll attract takers, not givers. When your energy runs low, you attract people who want to drain what little you have left. Givers who never rest eventually become magnets for opportunists. The Stoics taught us, surround yourself with people who elevate you, not people who exploit you. If you don't filter your circle, you will carry weights that were never yours to bear. Takers don't change because you keep giving. They only change when you finally stop. And until you learn that lesson, your kindness becomes the very reason your peace is stolen. Comment the word balance if you know, deep down, that giving without limits has cost you before, and let others see they're not alone in this. 6. You risk becoming addicted. To giving, yes, even giving can become a destructive habit. If you use kindness to distract yourself from your own problems, you risk becoming addicted to the feeling of helping. But addiction, even to something noble, always enslaves the soul. You start chasing the rush of being needed, even at the cost of your own sanity. And soon, you confuse being valued with being used. The Stoic way teaches discipline, moderation in every act. And if you lose that, even your kindness becomes poison. 7. People may become suspicious of your kindness. This one may shock you. But it's true. The world isn't used to pure kindness. If you're too giving, people might start asking, what's his angle? Why is she doing this? Instead of gratitude, they'll give you suspicion. And the more you give, the more they'll wonder what you want in return. That's the paradox of being too good. Instead of trust, you attract doubt. Stoicism reminds us to do good because it's right, but to do it wisely, without chaining yourself to the opinions of others. 8. You'll drain yourself completely. The final danger: if you give endlessly, you will run empty. Your body weakens, your mind cracks, and your soul loses peace. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And if you ignore this truth, life will teach it to you painfully. True kindness begins with strength, not exhaustion. You must protect your flame, or it will die out before it ever lights anyone else's path. Remember, even Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, had to remind himself to withdraw inward, to protect his energy, so he could lead with clarity. If the strongest man in the world needed that, so do you. If this message resonates so far, make sure you turn on the notification bell, like and subscribe to The Stoic Guy. Because this channel exists to give you the weekly wisdom most men will never hear. 4 Stoic strategies to protect yourself. Strategy 1. Pay attention to how you feel. When kindness makes you feel resentful, bitter, or exhausted, it's no longer kindness. It's self-betrayal. Many people push past their breaking point thinking it makes them noble. But the Stoics would call that ignorance. They taught us to listen to our inner signals. Your body and mind are constantly telling you the truth. Do a quick body scan. A tight jaw, shallow breath, heaviness in the chest, or even irritability at small things are signs you're overgiving. These are not weaknesses. They are warnings. If you ignore them, resentment builds like poison, and the very people you tried to help will end up seeing a broken, drained version of you. Use a nightly Stoic review. Journal one simple line. Where did I give past my limits today, and why? This reflection is powerful. It makes you honest about when you gave because you truly wanted to, and when you gave because you were too afraid to say no. The difference defines whether your kindness empowers you or destroys you. Strategy 2. Learn to say no without guilt. No is not cruelty. No is self-respect. Most people think saying no will make them look selfish. But the Stoics remind us, if something threatens your peace, say no. You cannot live a life of virtue while betraying yourself in the process. Offer a clear boundary plus an alternative. I can't do tonight, but I'm free for 15 minutes tomorrow. That way, you show respect without overextending yourself. Remember, boundaries protect relationships. They prevent silent resentment from poisoning them. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you trade a piece of your peace for temporary approval. And here's the truth. People respect those who respect themselves. A clear no earns more respect than a fake yes. Strategy 3. Guard your time and space. Your time is your life. Protect it fiercely. Too many people treat their energy like an endless supply, giving it away freely until they collapse. The Stoics would see that as foolishness. Schedule time for yourself and defend it as if it were sacred, because it is. Time block recovery the same way you time block work. Movement, reflection, and stillness are non-negotiables. Guarding your time means saying no to distractions that drain you. Useless arguments, endless scrolling, fake obligations disguised as helping. Silence the noise. Turn off non-essential notifications. Practice a nightly digital sunset where you put your phone away and reclaim your inner stillness. People who fail to protect their time end up controlled by everyone else's priorities. When you respect your own space, you train others to respect it too. Strategy 4. Avoid energy vampires. Some people survive on draining others. They live off drama and constant need. Recognize them, distance yourself, and preserve your peace. Identify patterns. Do you feel lighter, heavier after interacting with them consistently? Believe that data. Don't excuse it away. Replace low-value circles with high-value ones. Mentors who guide you, builders who inspire you, and friends who celebrate your boundaries. Remember, your environment shapes your destiny. A Stoic knows who you spend time with is who you become. If someone only takes but never gives, you're not being noble by staying. You are being careless with your energy. Protect it, guard it, and never let parasites dictate your peace. The Stoics taught us that the right path always lies in balance. Too little generosity, and you become selfish. Too much generosity, and you destroy yourself. Walk the middle road. Give, but don't bleed. Care, but don't collapse. So let me ask you, in a world that constantly demands your kindness, will you finally choose to protect your energy? Or will you keep giving it away until there's nothing? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to see which one challenge, and if you're ready to keep walking the real path, the hard one, the good one, make sure you subscribe to the Stoic Guy.